going on, YouTube? Here tonight to talk to you about the copper penny mod. This thing is a beast. There were two copper mechanical mods that I wanted, the Pegasus and the penny mod. At the time when I started wanting both of them, I wasn't really a fan of the recessed button. I hadn't really tried one, and I liked, I had more experience with the other style and I really liked them a lot more, but then I got the King clone that I did a review on and fell in love with it. And when I got this, the Pegasus clone was nice, but this thing is just, it's machined to perfection. It performs flawlessly. It hits every time. It hits hard every time. It doesn't matter where you hit the button. It's firing. So it hits hard, man. It kicks like a friggin' mule. I honestly thought there were magnets in this switch. It wasn't until I saw a video of someone else doing a review and they pulled their switch apart and there was a spring inside, and I thought, what the hell? And I pulled it apart. Lo and behold, there's a spring, but I got no hot button. It performs really well, so whatever. I'm not going to worry about magnets for it, but yeah, this thing, it's amazing. So anyways, I'm rambling, so let's give it a quick vape and we'll go down low and I'll let you guys take an up close look at it, and then we'll talk about it some more. Okay guys, here we are up close with the penny mod. This is originally made by Mad Industries. This clone is a variant from Tobeco, and I gotta say, opening the box, I've not seen that before from any clone. You got it in your typical little mod bag, if that's what you want to call it. However, underneath that, this one comes wrapped in a nice little tissue paper. And I'm going to warn you, when I unwrap this, it is nowhere near as shiny as it was when I originally got it. It's still got a bit of a shine to it, but it's been 2 days, so there's the beginnings of a patina. But here it is. This is the copper mod, or penny mod, sorry, by Mad Industries, or Tobeco, but by Mad Industries. And this thing is beautiful all around. Just everything about it. I love this mod. It's perfect. Yeah. I don't have the authentic to compare it to, but I can't imagine it being much better than that is. So as you can see, it's already started to get a bit of a patina on it. I personally don't like this stage because until it actually is patinaed, that just looks dirty. So hopefully in another day or two it's going to be nice and patinaed, and yeah. But anyhow, I'm going to break this thing down into all of its individual parts, and we'll talk about them and put it back together and throw an atomizer on here, and we'll vape on it and we'll talk about it. So first thing, that I'm going to mention is, and this is kind of different, but to take off your switch assembly, it's reverse threaded. So the way you would normally thread something on, you're threading this off. So when you snug it down tight, now it's tight, you're unlocking your mod, or sorry, you're locking your mod. So to unlock it, now I haven't really had any issues, because you would think, when you unlock it to fire it, well, you're going to be unscrewing your switch assembly. Once there's a battery in there and it's snugged down, it pretty much stays together where you want it to stay. So there's the switch. We'll take that apart in a moment. Top cap and your main battery tube. And again, this only comes with the 18650 tubes, so no 18350s or 18500s for this one. But I guess we'll go top to bottom. So this is the top cap, and it's, you know, it's pretty heavy duty, nice thick copper. And you have inside, this whole assembly can come apart, so you can clean this thing real thorough. But there's this piece of black Delrin that's going to unscrew from the bottom, and then all you're left with here is just solid copper. And then in this Delrin you have two pins. The main pin is your adjustable 510, so you know, you back it off, screw your atomizer on, screw the main pin in until it snugs down, and then you can run out this smaller pin, and that adjusts your battery rattle. And I should note, that's the only piece of Delrin in this whole mod, aside from the spring inside the switch. It's basically the only piece of the mod that's not solid copper. So anyhow, next up is your tube, and the engravings on this are very nice. They're not too deep. It's kind of why I like this penny mod. The engravings on it are fairly simple, and they're not too deep. They're you know, not too shallow. They're nice. Awesome threads on the whole thing throughout. You know, it's not squeaking. So awesome threads, good thick tube. It's not thin, cheesy, you know. And then this is your switch. So apparently on the real switch, it's made from a real penny. This is not a real penny. Oh well, it looks like one. That's good enough for me. You have your copper contact pin here, and when you unscrew that, switch comes out. And I should note, if you can see the bottom of that switch, that's how shiny the mod was when I got it. But anyhow, you've got your spring here, and that looks to be silver plated, so it'll still be relatively conductive. And then here you've got your lock ring, and you've also got, where are we here, a vent hole. So overall, as I said before, this mod is machined pretty much to excellence. I think this is probably the nicest product I've seen from Tobeco so far. You know, they might have something else out there that I haven't seen, or something in the works, but in my personal experience, this is, you know, probably the most well done product for a clone that I've seen from Tobeco, or maybe just all around. I mean, I was pretty tickled about the King mod that I got from Ace Ring, but this is better. Actually, in a lot of ways they're very similar, but the way they're set up, but no, this is absolutely better. So let's throw this together. And get a battery here. And I'll throw a atomizer on here. For this video, I'm going to be using a still air. So yeah, you're going to snug it down, and then you're going to tighten up that pin until it makes contact with the bottom of your atomizer. Oh crap. Okay, Okay, hold on. I've not had this problem before, so bear with me. I can't get the other screw to come out. There we go. So yeah, again, you're going to screw this in until it makes contact. And then you've got your second pin here. And I know from having used this before, you don't need that much, but you're just going to screw it out enough so that it touches the battery. And you can shake your mod. Oh, still some rattle in there. I'm going to say this now. If you go to thread it on and you feel any resistance, don't try and force your way through it. You're going to wind up cross-threading something. And because copper is such a soft metal, you're going to wreck your threads. So there we go. It is on. No more battery rattle. Firing like a champ. So I'm going to throw this together and take the camera up, and we'll vape on it and we'll talk about it. And there it was, the copper penny mod. This is my new favorite mod. This is one of the few I can honestly say will never ever ever go to work with me. I plan on taking the best care of this of all my mods. I love this thing. It's just everything about it. I really like that penny on the switch. I love how it performs. I love the looks of it, the engravings. Hopefully soon I'll get a nice patina on it. And yeah, it's solid. As I said before, it does have a spring in the switch. A lot of mods that I've had before that have a spring in the switch, in my experience, you start getting, south of a 0.3-ish build. When you get down into the 0.2s and you fire it, you tend to get that hot button. With this, there's a spring in there. The button doesn't get hot. It fires all day. So yeah, no complaints there. It's just, this thing is stellar. It's great. I love it. So yeah, cloud machine right there. Anyways, I bought this from a company called JG Vapes, and I want to talk about them for a minute because I've ordered from Jason at JG Vapes several times, and every time, this guy, I think I might have even mentioned it in a video before. Every single transaction I've had with this guy, I just did a review of the Pegasus clone and was saying how much I love their customer service. And I stand by it. They were good. Probably second best to Jason, but I think every single vendor out there should aspire to have the level of customer service that Jason has, because he's awesome. Super nice guy. He's there to answer any questions. Again, like Vape Dominion, he'll follow up with you on it. And every time I've ordered from him, it's not just you click order and you send him the money and then you get the automatic email notification, thank you for your order. With Jason, it's followed up by a second email, even if he's just saying, hey, thanks for the business, and I'm going to get it out to you tomorrow. There's always that personal touch there. So it's not just an automated email. He's a lot more personal about it, and I really, really enjoy that. As well as, I don't think I've ever ordered from Jason and not gotten, there's always something extra that you didn't order. Whether it's, some samples of some wire. He's got this 100% organic cotton, unbleached, that he sells, and I think every order I've ever gotten, there's been some of that. You know, he'll throw in a few drip tips, etc. You know, there's probably usually a solid $10 or $15 worth of extra goodies that you didn't even order. And again, you don't see too many companies that do that. Maybe once in a blue moon, but with Jason, it's every single order. He's going above and beyond. So check him out, jgvapes.com. He's got good prices. He's an amazing, amazing vendor. You know, if he sold the juices that I really, really like, then he would be probably the only vendor that I go to. So, or at least the main vendor that I go to. So, with that being said, I mean, yeah, amazing products, amazing guy. Send him an email if you got any questions. If not, I highly recommend ordering this or any other thing on his site, because, you know, there's no worry about ordering from him and maybe you're gonna get a, you know, a janky piece of equipment. It ain't like that. He stocks for clones anyways, high end. He also has authentics. Actually, I should mention he has a mod for sale there that he actually, I think, designed. He sent his design off to GP Customs, and he has his own mod there, so you might want to check that out. Canadian design mod. It's the Element by GP Customs. And yeah, check him out. So until the next time, play safe and vape on. And thank you, Jason.